General Medicaid warning. The views expressed in 5-ish minute lore, the lore delivered in rants, are sanctioned by their scholar progenium as excess rageous. Prolonged exposure can result in loss of IQ, high blood pressure, random outbursts, and blunt force trauma to the skull, resulting in unconsciousness. Please consult your local physician for more information.
Commissar Caiaphas Cain, the luckiest and unluckiest son of a bitch in the entire Imperium, who somehow managed to get an Inquisitor into bed. Whether that's a blessing or a curse is up for debate.
You want to know who Caiaphas Cain is? That guy. You know the guy that shows up to a D&D game and rolls 8 natural 20s in a row? Yep, that guy. Caiaphas Cain is the guy that shows up to a bar and takes your girl home. But then he somehow convinces you that you should pay child support, marry her, and let him come over every second Tuesday so he can take her to Pound Town while you stand by and clap softly, but not too fast because it throws off his rhythm. In a universe where several entities excel at specific tasks, Commissar Caiaphas Cain is the undisputed god of the bullshit artist. Caiaphas Cain lays it on so thick that not even a Nova shell could crack the shield of lies he has layered upon himself. But not only that, he has luck that is so insanely ridiculous it beggars belief. In fact, I'm fully convinced that Zinch ripped all the luck away from the Lamenters chapter and used it to create Caiaphas Cain for the lulz.
We try our best.
But old man, I hear you say, he can't be that ridiculous. Oh, come Let me read you a laundry list of pure insanity, the likes of which Sly Marbo would be green to be compared to. And be aware he wanted to be a part of none of the following. In fact, if he had known he was going to be a part of it, he would have pissed himself in fear. He destroyed a Slaaneshi cult after getting invited to take their leader to Pound Town. He killed an orc war boss in single combat after surviving a crash landing, forming an army, and taking that army directly and accidentally into the command and control center of the entire war band. He got himself and his regiment away from an orc invasion on an awakening Necron tomb world. He prevented a war with the Tau by uncovering a Gene Stealer plot, eventually being involved in killing a Gene Stealer Primarch. He crossed swords with not one, but 2 berserkers of Khorne, calling one of them a pansy to his face. He prevented the world of Abramunda from becoming a demon world and stopped the summoning of a demon prince by killing a greater demon of Slaanesh. He prevented a rogue inquisitor from using a dangerous artifact, then killed a Chaos Warband leader who was trying to seal it while he was being voxcast live to the entire planet. That's just the major stuff, not including the absolutely ridiculous amount of times he came on top in equally ridiculous circumstance which anybody else in their right mind would have been killed. But who is Commissar Caiaphas Cain? Cain is from a hive world. Which one? Don't know. Who knows? No one. His parents were killed while in the Astra Militarum. Who are they? Don't know. Who knows? No one. The closest person to him is a psychic blank named Jurgen that he found at complete random on his first command posting to the 12th Valhallan Artillery Regiment. He fully intended to sit in the back lines, drink Tanner tea, and not get shot at or do anything as exciting as far away from the shooting as possible, and he was doing just that when suddenly Tyranids. After that, his entire life plays out like a pure comedy mixed with sheer disbelief. At every turn, he makes choice after choice that is intended to keep him as far back as possible from combat, only to find himself dragged right into the most insane situation imaginable. And due to his talent with a chainsword, good or lucky shooting, and a survival instinct that would put Peter Parker's spidey senses to shame, he comes out not only on top, but heroically on top. Then again, some of this he just brings on himself. It's a long-held truth among men, whatever you do, you don't stick your dick in crazy. Caiaphas Cain stuck his dick in Inquisitor. That's right, Caiaphas Cain actually had a sexual relationship with an Inquisitor of all creatures in the Imperium. I would expect a relationship with a felonid before I expected a relationship with an Inquisitor, but hey, there you go. What's even more insane is how he actually is both embarrassed by and protective of the reputation of a hero of the Imperium that he has gained. He will be standing there trying not to cry his eyes out while accepting suicidal assignments that he knows should get him killed because not to do it would tarnish his reputation. And by the Emperor, what a reputation this master of the bullshito has garnered for himself. He is celebrated and recognized Instantly, almost everywhere he goes, legions of nobles and their women line up to see him. He can show up to 2 hours late to a command staff meeting, and the general is so chill with him his pot of tea will still be hot when he gets there, and only then will they breathe everyone else. There is actually a full-blown cult on the planet of Tolerant that believes that Cain is an avatar of the Emperor himself. All this leaves him with imposter syndrome, the likes of which could spawn its own independent chaos god. What's utterly impressive is the amount of times he was declared killed in action. Caiaphas Cain has been declared killed in action so many times that the Munitorum eventually just said fuck it and has him listed permanently on active duty to save time on paperwork from him coming back from the dead, even though the last time he died was of natural causes and he was buried in a casket with full military honors. But the biggest lie Caiaphas Cain ever told anyone was the lie he told to himself and believed to his dying day, and that lie was that Caiaphas was a coward. Oh, who are we kidding? When the Emperor rises off the Golden Throne because the Chaos Gods have somehow disappeared and died, I fully expect Cain will be there. A cup of Tanner tea in one hand, all the while modestly excusing the 4 dead Chaos Gods as him just doing his duty.